Hi guys, welcome back to Refreshing Motherhood. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some planning tips for the big first birthday, or really any birthday party for your kids, especially those who have birthdays right around the holidays, whether that be January babies like my Denver, or maybe a Valentine's baby coming up. I wanted to kind of share some tips on how to plan and organize and throw a really special birthday party for them without the holidays kind of taking the wind from their sails, so to speak, on their birthday. So let's jump right in. The first tip that I have for you is to choose a theme that is not holiday related. So if this is the first birthday and they were born on Valentine's Day and you want to have a Valentine's Day birthday, that's fine and that's cute and adorable and wonderful. But if you have a Valentine's Day birthday every single year, they might get kind of sick of it and not feel like their birthday is very special. Same with Christmas or New Year's. If they have birthday parties surrounding those events, they're not going to feel separate or special from those specific events. So choose a birthday party theme that's totally different, and make sure that when you're wrapping presents, you wrap presents in that theme, or just a birthday party wrapping paper and not necessarily a Christmas wrapping paper or a holiday wrapping paper. And make sure you choose your theme early to kind of help guide you through the rest of the planning process. And my second tip for you is to plan ahead, especially for birthday parties really close to the holidays, because it can get really overwhelming to try to plan for the birthday party as well as do all of the holiday functions and hostings at your house. So start early, start ahead of time so that you have time to really think through all of the details for the party and the events and have time to put the effort into that you want to do. My third tip is to browse Pinterest for inspiration, but not necessarily overwhelm yourself with all that Pinterest has to offer. Don't overdo it. Just browse for some ideas that kind of spark your mind, get your mind turning. Maybe pick a few things off of Pinterest that you want to recreate or kind of seek out, but don't let Pinterest become something that you are glued to, and the day before the party you find this DIY that you're trying to run around and do. Kind of gather your inspiration and then put it away, because it can be really daunting and overwhelming and kind of take away from the work and effort that you put into the birthday party. My next tip is to write a to-do list or even a floor plan to-do list. This is something that I like to do because I do come from a design background, and I like writing out the floor plan and being able to visualize where everything's going, and it helps me not forget any of the small details. So this is the little floor plan that I made for Denver's first birthday. I drew out each item that I wanted, where it was going inside the barn, and I put a little to-do list at the left-hand side of this kind of floor plan with my DIY projects. I also put lists out for the food, and then I made notes for the food in my phone where I specifically said, okay, this person wants to bring something. So I wrote who was bringing what item for the food, and that way I was super organized, and I felt like as I was going, I could look at this, refer back to it, and really be able to quickly and easily see what I had left to do, so I could kind of stretch the planning process out over the course of quite a few weeks and not forget something that I really wanted to do. Once I completed an item, I would just highlight it on here, and then I knew it was done. My next tip for you is to DIY what you can and Etsy what you can't. So take some time to look through all of the ideas that you have gathered from Pinterest and find out what of those ideas can you DIY. For example, some of the things that we did ourselves were games like Pin the Tail on Eeyore. I made these little Eeyore tails, and I just put this double-sided sticky tape on them, and then I just printed out an 11 by 17 piece of paper with Eeyore and a missing tail on it, and that was the game. We also DIY'd the beanbag toss board, and I just made these little bean bags for it. These are actually sports bean bags, like soccer balls, footballs, and I just wrapped them in fabric and hot glued them on there, and it was a super cheap DIY and way cheaper than bean bags that you can even buy in the store. Another thing that I DIY'd myself was Denver's high chair banner. So you can find these on Etsy if you don't want to take the time to do this, but I had a bunch of leftover ribbon, so I thought I'd just go ahead and do it myself. So I made her little banner, and I love the way that it turned out. I had these little banners that I bought from Michael's, and I just wrote ONE on them, and there we go. I just took each ribbon and I just literally tied it on here. So this is the length of the ribbon that I used, and I would just tie it onto one piece of string, and then that was it. It was super simple and easy to do. So I knew the things that we could tackle ourselves. I also made the DIY bee lanterns, and my husband is an amazing craftsman and he made the sign for us, and I painted on it, and we did some unique things that way, which is definitely a lot of DIY projects for a birthday party, but we went all out because this is our first baby's first birthday, and she actually is the first baby of the family, so it was really special, and we just wanted it to be super fun for all of our family and friends. But I definitely did not have time to DIY everything, so I partnered with a ton of amazing Etsy shops, and I'm excited to share them with you guys. Some of them have discount codes for you, so I will have everything that I used in the description down below, so you can go ahead and take a look at those. But these Etsy shops were kind enough to send me items, and they just took her birthday party from like good to over the top great, and I think put the finishing touches on everything. So the first thing that I will mention is Denver's milestone banner. This was an amazing touch to her first birthday party, and everybody loved it so much and were commenting on how cute and sweet it was. It was her photo banner for the first year of her life, and we had from the day she was born all the way up until 12 months a picture from each of her monthly milestones photos, and it was strung across so you could really see how much she's changed and grown and developed in her first year of life. We had that hanging over the drink table so everybody could see it, and it was just so special, and I loved it. It was such a beautiful touch. The next item that I want to mention is her chalkboard sign. This is so much fun to have at a first birthday party, and I think every first birthday needs one. It has all of Denver's stats on here for her first year and what she's doing now that she's 1. And I loved this one because it was the vintage Winnie the Pooh theme, and this shop has a ton of different characters and themes, and they are darling and adorable, and she is so easy to work with. She's such a doll, so you guys are gonna love her so much. She has different options where you can just purchase the file and print it yourselves, like the digital file, or she can print it out and send it to you. That's the option that we did, and it came like so quick, so easy, perfectly packaged, and not an issue with it, and it was really nice to be able to display at Denver's first birthday party, and so everybody could kind of get an idea for what she's doing now that she's 1. We absolutely have to talk about the outfit, the first birthday outfit. That is a big deal for birthday parties, and it's so much fun because you can really be just really fun with it and enjoy it and make it really special. This onesie and leg warmer outfit is so darling. Denver absolutely looked just like the cutest thing ever. I love that this says 1 on it. There was no doubt that she was the birthday girl. The little leg warmers were perfect. They matched with it, especially because we have a cold January right now. This was a perfect option for her to stay warm but still look really cute. And then this one is the darling little bow that actually matches the leg warmers. Denver does not wear headbands like this. Personal preference, she just rips them off right away. So we couldn't wear this headband with it. So I decided to get a birthday crown because she is the first birthday princess. So this was a darling custom-made lace crown. I just absolutely fell in love with this. I think it was so special and so perfect. I love the little flowers. So this was such a perfect touch on her outfit, and everybody could not stop talking about how darling it was. She also sent some adorable little jewelry and things for Denver, and I think it's so much fun to have her be this little princess on her first birthday. She also sent this super darling birthday girl headband with a flower. I thought this was so sweet and super fun for her to wear for the rest of the day or on her actual birthday. So a couple other decor touches that were really special for Denver's Winnie the Pooh birthday party was this really special garland here. This is made out of fabric, and it was so perfect and such a substantial item to have as a decor piece. It looked so great hanging on the back wall with the trees that we had. This shop has a ton of different garlands like this. They have ribbon garlands and all types of beautiful garlands that you can use and kind of customize for your theme. And I think it's a perfect backdrop. It would even be a really pretty backdrop for photos and pictures. It just came together so beautifully. Another little detail that I thought was really fun were the Winnie the Pooh wooden blocks on the table with the flowers. These are so special, and I just thought that they had a perfect touch, and I loved that we were able to keep these after her birthday party and let Denver play with them and have them be kind of a memento from her first birthday that she will get to have forever. She has a ton of different themes that you can get for these blocks, so you could find one that matches with your birthday party theme. And I think this would be really fun to have for even every birthday. You have like this tradition of having the blocks on the table, and then you just add them to their toy collection, and then you have kind of this little memento to keep for each birthday. The last shop that I want to mention is the shop for the cake topper that we had on top of Denver's cake. It was so sweet, and I loved this option instead of a candle, actually, just because I didn't want Denver to try to grab the candle or try to hurry up and sing to her and then blow it out. I just thought this was such a sweet touch on her cake and looked really beautiful on her food table before we actually gave it to her to smash. So this was so special, and this is going to be really fun to do kind of a smash cake photo shoot with after her birthday party now, and have the cake topper, and it just looks so beautiful, and just another simple little detail that takes the birthday party decor over the top. Another little thing that I will share is that for this birthday party, we did something special, and we actually asked our guests not to bring gifts and to instead bring a book for Denver instead of a card, and write a little note inside of the book. And I think that this was so special, and she absolutely loves it. And now she has a little piece of each family member in her book collection, and when she pulls one out, she can open it up and read it. This is something that I want to do when I give gifts to kids for anything, birthday, Christmas. I always want to write a little note in a book, because I think that's just a little hidden note that shows how much you care about them, and it's really special, and Denver loved it. We actually put on the invitation that gifts are not needed, but if they do feel obligated to bring something, there was a wish list for things that Denver needed instead of toys and things like that. It had things like sippy cups and shoes, because she really needs shoes, and a bathtub spout cover. So things that she actually needed that we would buy anyways, we put on that wish list, and we actually did have people purchase everything off of the wish list, which was so unexpected and very, very thoughtful. It kind of helped with the toy overload from kind of the holidays and going right into her birthday. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed my tips. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below when your kids' birthdays are, if they're coming up, if they've already passed. Let me know when they are and what birthday theme you think would be super fun for this time of year. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoy doing these types of videos, and I can't wait for my next one. See you then. Bye. Hi guys, and welcome to my everyday skincare routine video using the Rodan & Field Sensitive Skin Treatment line. This is not a sponsored video, but you guys have asked what I've been doing, so I thought that I would go ahead and share.